Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Let us ask ourselves a very big question a topic I actually found from the spaces on Twitter. And the question is Kaizer Chiefs playing home games in Polokwane and Durban also a reason for poor performance? But before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. Now, this is what we're talking about, guys. You know, when teams play at home, generally teams, right, have more home wins than they do have away wins. Not all teams, but generally it tends to happen that way, that teams are able to win more games at home than they are away. Away, sometimes it's difficult. You go into people's environments. You sometimes don't eat home-cooked meals. You're not sleeping in your own bed. You know, there's all those challenges. You're always in a suitcase in a hotel. And then you have to sleep in a room and umebu duba unugi nyawo, and you know, those kind of things. And you don't get to be with your family. And so what tends to happen is that ever since Chiefs essentially started playing most of their home games in Polokwane, it ends up being to the advantage of either the teams that play in Polokwane or the opposition. Why am I saying this? Gavin Hunt once complained because I think they couldn't use Lucas Moripe and all of that. There was something happening and they were not allowed to use it. So Gavin Hunt's team had to go to Polokwane as well, Pudia Mukaba. And Gavin Hunt said he doesn't like it because his team doesn't have home advantage when they go away. Because when they go away, they have to go play in Polokwane heat that hits them, and then it's like all the conditions that you are not used to, your opponent is not used to, so you can't take advantage. So there's all these factors we have to take into account. What is my opinion? This is my opinion. If you are a big team, now listen to me carefully, listen properly. If you are a big team, you need to have a home fortress. You know what's a home fortress? It means when people enter your home stadium, they accept Guti, they are leaving without 3 points. When people enter your stadium, they realize that it's going to be tough today. We're playing Chiefs at FNB, and that is what Chiefs was in the past. You know, when the game in the past, when it was like watching Abombesu, Mascara, Doctor, all these guys, when the lineup just said Kaizer Chiefs FNB Stadium, most of us counted already the 3 points. We didn't even ask questions. We didn't even be like, FNB. No. We were like, FNB is 3 points for us as Kaizer Chiefs. Guti, you are Pirates, you are Sundowns, you are Banbani. We didn't care. FNB was our fortress. But these days, because Kaizer Chiefs is the way it is, because they can't fill stadiums because of poor performance, it doesn't happen that way. Now, what is the biggest problem? Why are we playing in other stadiums? And here's why we're playing in other stadiums. It's mostly because of Jessica Mutaung and also Kaizer Chiefs as a business. Kaizer Chiefs as a business can only attract sponsorship, can only look attractive as a brand if they play in front of what? Fans. Now, what was happening is that Gauteng fans of Kaizer Chiefs have been so upset of the level of play of Kaizer Chiefs that they decided that they're no longer going to waste their money. If Chiefs doesn't want to buy them players, if Chiefs never wants to listen to them, they are now no longer going to go to the stadium. And it worked. It worked so well that Chiefs were starting to feel it. Like they were starting to feel like, no one is coming to the stadium. When you go to FNB, it's just orange seats because there's no Kaizer Chiefs player. And it was the right thing. You know, us as Kaizer Chiefs fans, I applaud us for that. We did not accept mediocre. But what happens is that, when Chiefs decided, let's go to Polokwane, it means there are Kaizer Chiefs fans who are from Polokwane and Durban who will come to the stadium because a lot of them don't get to watch Chiefs often. So because they know we will probably only watch Chiefs when they come play Amazulu for one game, they flock to the stadium and they watch Chiefs and they pack the stadium. Then it makes management realize, good, no man, let's keep taking our games to Durban and Peter Mokaba so that we keep getting fans in our stadium. We can market our SIM cards, we can look nice and fancy to the TV and stuff like that. So Abo Jessica take this initiative by saying, let us go and spread the love. Kaizer Chiefs does not, then there's this dumb saying they like making, it's true, but I don't like how they're using it. They saying all Chiefs games or home games, whether they play in Pretoria, play in Cape Town, Durban, whatever, because we generally, our fans pack the stadium. But this thing is a double-edged sword, because Kaizer Chiefs, if Kaizer Chiefs does not have a home ground, what's the advantage of a home ground? Let's talk about the advantage of it. Number one, playing at FNB. FNB is a nice big stadium, right? It's a nice big stadium. If your team sometimes goes and trains there, plays their games there, they get used to how big the stadium is. They get used to how the grass is cut at FNB. They get used to the how close the fans are. They get used to every inch of that stadium. But then, when an opposition comes, they only get that day to adjust to the field. So the first 30 minutes, the team is struggling from facing its Chiefs, and they're struggling from the ground. Some of them come from smaller grounds. The grass is cut differently. So then in the first 30 minutes, they adjust to the ground, and that's where we kill them. We score 2 goals when they are adjusting. In those 30 minutes, when they are adjusting to our field, siyabashaya. Sivala ma back door, baba, siyabashaya. But now, and on top of that, you wake up at home, you get to kiss your wife, mwah, sawubona mfazi wami. You get to touch take your child to school maybe. You get to do the things you are used to at home. Things that, prepare you for the game. You feel good. But no, what does Chiefs wants to do? Chiefs wants to go to a Polokwane where it's hot as heck. Play Polokwane. Who live there, Baba? They live there, they understand the heat. Chiefs players suffer from the heat. They hit sharpers, others are even getting pandlas from the heat. Then you want to go and say you're playing home games there. Then you want to take, that's the problem I have with Chiefs and this mentality of doing things not because, Kaizer Chiefs management is the kind of management that fixes by Google. There are people who try to fix something not by fixing the problem, but they want you to feel the pain. It's like, for example, imagine you at home, you with your wife, your husband, and whatever. And this wife and husband, they are beating you left, right, and center. They beating you, they beating you. And then, we're like, this person, Simba Chiefs. So what I'm going to do now is that I am no longer going to entertain them. I am no longer going to entertain them. I won't talk to them until they sort their ways. I'm not even going to give them the relationship allowance until they treat me with respect. Then that person says, oh, you're not talking to me. You're not giving me the bare allowance. You know what I'm going to do? Watch what I'm going to do. Eating here next door, your shell or baba was next door, or no mama was next door. Then you leave the gate, you watch your wife is at the next house. Shellering put my list. And she's not doing it because she wants to put my list. Ulaya wena. Because I need you don't want to give her what she wants or what he wants. And that is what Kaizer Chiefs does. I need to Tina, we don't want to fill the stadium. I care, Bona. They are going to go and entertain other stadiums. That is Kaizer Chiefs mentality. Instead of saying, why am I not fixing the stadium? Like, why are you guys not? Instead of Chiefs saying, Mara, Gauteng fans, why are you guys not coming to FNB? And then we say, bring us quality players, bring us a quality coach, bring us a striker coach. Emphasize, bring us better goalkeepers. And then Kaizer Chiefs is like, you know what? You're right. Let me fix it. It's like, if I fix this, will you guys come back? Yes. We win trophies. We pack the stadium. Gumnand. No one is complaining. But no. Kaizer Chiefs, fungojola. Kaizer Chiefs, ifuna ukuyojola to fix inkinga zasendlini. You know? So sometimes Kaizer Chiefs, my daughter, not parties stress. But anyway, let me conclude by saying that is my take. I think it contributes to our dropping of points, the fact that we don't have a solid home base. A home base where we can make it a fortress, we can understand the field, we can understand the temperature, we can even say at FNB we don't play at maybe at 3 o'clock, we want to kick off to be at 6. You know, those kind of things. When you have a home game, you can dictate all of these things for yourself. But no, Chiefs doesn't want to do that. They just want money. They're just thinking of money, how to fill their pockets. They don't actually care about our supporters. You know, to us Kaizer Chiefs, sometimes I realize the management sees us as a number rather than as someone who loves the team. Because I think back in the days where Kaizer was still, fresh and stuff, I think he loved the football side of things more than he loved the business. But it just so happened that his love of the game made him a very wealthy man. But now we have his kids who I don't think they love the football like that. They just love the business like that. And you can see it in how we are. Every time we look like a number one team, things are sim card, but stop and losing. To this week, we got beaten by players that were supposed to be our players. We got beaten by Apolis and Umatuludi. These were supposed to be our players, but they beat us now. You know, Chiefs is that kind of team. It's like I've been saying, why doesn't Chiefs go and sign this Yanele Butuma boy from Richards Bay? No, because you guys want him to score 15 goals and 16 goals before you buy him. You want him to do something. And then I'm like, sometimes you need to be able to spot talent. Amakhosi.